Hold up.
I hope you're having a great day and I hope you're staying safe at home. Today, I want to talk about one of the biggest and one of the most important investments that you can ever make when it comes to your health and your life. And the investment that I'm talking about is the food that you eat. You know, we've been fooled for the longest time by the food lobbies. They put discounts on food, they give us cheap food, they make oils seem cheaper for more quantity, so you can get 5 liters of oil at a very low cost. You can get cheap burgers, you can get cheap fries, you can get cheap packets of biscuits with heavy discounts. Have you ever thought about the fact that discounting cheap food is a marketing gimmick? Number one, it's not real food. You will never find discounts on fruits. You will never find discounts on vegetables and stuff. You can bargain with your vegetable vendor and your fruit vendor, but you'll never find it on discount in supermarkets. You see, healthy food is not a cost, it's an investment. But society and marketing and the food lobbies have made us believe that it is a cost for us. But it is not a cost, it is an investment. So the moment they manage to get our attention by offering us oil at a cheaper cost or certain foods at a cheaper cost, since we have it in our mind that food is a cost, we see where we can get a good bargain and we buy that food, not knowing that that food is not doing anything good for us but more harm than ever. The biggest investment, I have loads of people who come and say, Luke, can you suggest a health insurance for us and all of these things. I'm not against health insurance. It can really help you because our health is not always within our control. There's something called destiny and anyone can fall sick, even the healthiest of people. And it's nice to have a health insurance, but have your health insurance. But your biggest investment is your food, the food that you eat. I mean, it's simple, common sense. From the time we're born, we're fed on breast milk. After breast milk, the food that our parents fed us grew us from a little infant to a young teenager and a young adult. All of that food, if you had the wrong quality of food, you grew up with health problems. If you had the right quality of food, you grew up healthy and happy. It's as simple as that. So when we look at food, we all look at it as a cost. But when we look at going and splurging money in 5-star hotels and bars, on alcohol, on clothes, on material things, a lot of us we don't really see the difference in that money that we're spending. I'm not saying don't spend your money on that. Have a good life, have an abundant life. If you're living within your means and not on borrowed money, or you're not spending borrowed money to kind of show off in the world, enjoy your life. But when it comes to food, do not scrounge. Do not look at the label of everything and say that the cheaper the food is, the better it is. Wow, I've saved so much of money because I brought 5 liters of oil, of refined oil, which is terrible for my heart and terrible for every possible inflammatory condition in my body because I saved 100 rupees or 80 rupees or 90 rupees. Or I bought some food product, some packaged food product, which is on discount. The only thing that you've discounted is your own health. Because when it comes to food, just think you are made up of trillions of cells in the human body. And these trillion cells need 2 things: oxygen from the air that you breathe and nutrients from the food that you eat. So the way I try to motivate myself into eating well, of course I enjoy a little bit of junk. I have a packet of cookies, a bag of chips, and ice cream here and there. Of course I do that and I will continue doing that. But as long as that's just 2 to 3% out of my overall diet, maybe in a week. But the balance 97 to 98% has to be food that nourishes those trillion cells that are performing my heart function, my brain function, my skin, my hair, my libido, my gut, and everything else. We all know it. The moment you eat wrong food, what's the first thing that goes wrong in you? You have gut problems. And when you have gut problems, what else goes wrong? You have low immunity, you have brain fog, your skin starts getting messed up, your hair starts falling, your libido falls, everything changes. Why? Because of your gut. Why? Because you ate the wrong food. So when it comes to healthy food, it is an investment. It is an investment. It's sad that we've been made to believe that cheap food is good for us because they've tricked our mind into believing us that a discount. So you look at anyone today, the mentality of every marketing company knows that just offer a discount and it's like a fishing hook. You've got a consumer because of the discount. Save 10 rupees, save 20 rupees, save 100 rupees. You've got the attention of the consumer. But what you're selling them, they've got the money. You've got the wrong food. that is going to eventually cause some disease or problem in you. So let's understand, fast food is fast and convenient, but it's also cheap because it uses the cheapest ingredients. It's not real food, and it leads to heart disease and every other possible disease that is inflammatory in nature out there. So I think sometimes the moment we change our mindset and we look at food as an investment, if I want to be successful in school, I want to be successful in my career, in my relationships, as I age, I invest in myself. The same way you invest in stocks or mutual funds or property or whatever it is, so that you have the security of money and wealth as you grow up. That vehicle for your security is your own body and your health. So you need to look at food as an investment in you. So whether you're changing from a refined oil to a cold pressed oil, of course, it's going to pinch us. Because when you look at the cost of a refined oil and you look at the cost of a cold pressed oil, there is a marked difference. It's going to pinch us a little bit. But when we change our mindset and realize that, hey, but making this change can save me from suffering and medical bills that I will have to pay out, or the constant cholesterol medication that I'm going to have to take, my statins, my high blood pressure medication, or every single day for the rest of my life. Do the math and you will find out that it is worth investing in better quality food. We need to understand most people don't need diets. A lot of people, they just start getting their health results and losing weight when they make one change. They start eating quality food. That's it. Everyone doesn't need a diet. We need quality ingredients. Ingredients that get into our body, quality foods that get into our body, breaks down into nutrients that our cells can sponge up and use for our heart, liver, brain, weight, everything in the human body. And it's sad. It's the lobbies at the end of the day that are just pushing this because they get the money, you get the junk. When you get the junk, you get the sickness. And another department, which is healthcare, starts to make money. It's really surprising. I have nothing against doctors and the medical world. I have doctors in my own team that I highly respect. But when you look at the medical curriculum, they don't teach you food because food isn't important. The game is about medication and a symptom. So most people don't even know the relevance of food when it comes to good health. But yet, when a child is born, the immediate focus is on quality food. What should I feed my child? How will I wean my child off breast milk? And that focus is so much on food because every doctor knows the importance of food and every parent knows the importance of food. Most parents do when it comes to feeding their newborn child. So how come when you're middle-aged or you're in your 20s and 30s and your 40s and you fall sick, you're only given a medication but not the advice to eat better? If eating is so important from the time you're an infant, how come that changes as you grow up? And then you're only left with medications and very little focus on how to eat. Take the pill. You may need the pill. Medicines can help you. They can save lives. But you also have to change the way you eat. If you are taking medication and you are not investing in healthy food, that medication is going to become your downfall at some point because it's going to cause new problems and new side effects. So take the pill. Change your lifestyle, invest in quality food so that your levels get better and your doctor can eventually get you off medication. So stop looking at food as a cost. Look at food as an investment. The same way most parents out there would like to give their children a great education. Why? It's not a cost, it's an investment. If the child gets a good education, they can make something out of their life. They can develop a skill that can earn them money and they can secure their life. So everything is not a cost. But if you look at junk food, now that's a cost. That's a small cost, but a huge risk. A cost that you will pay for with your health. So that's the way you need to change your... There are so many foods. I'm not saying go and blow up your money on superfoods and all of that stuff. A lot of superfoods are overrated. You don't need to spend money on a lot of superfoods. But yes, try to take that money and instead of spending them on superfoods, try to buy local foods that your farmers are growing, which are organic or chemical free or pesticide free, that can add value to your body. Try to move from all of your refined oils that are doing nothing but damage. You want to look at cardiovascular health and inflammatory chronic diseases today? You will find a link with refined oil that is like slow poison that we are using every day for our breakfast, lunch, dinner, restaurants, 5-star hotels. Every time you eat, it is slow poisoning of refined oils that equals inflammation. Medical science shows you that, but we don't do anything about it. So we may have to spend a little more money to get cold pressed oils or move to pure ghee if that suits you. That's exactly what our ancestors were doing. Do you think our ancestors were having refined oils? No, they were doing milled oils. If you remember your grandfather, your grandmother, or your ancestors, they would take a coconut to the mill and get oil out of that. Or peanuts or mustard. They would take it to the village mill, which was wood churned. It was wood churned. Okay, and then you would get oil and they would bring it home for you. So you see, ancestors were doing this way before, and cardiovascular health was at the minimum until refined oils hit the market. So be smart with your food. Start seeing food, healthy food, as an investment in you. Like you would like to invest in the best iPad or the best computer or the best earphones because it's quality and you deserve it. Yes, you do. What about food? Do you not deserve great health? So why do you invest in crap, junk food? Because you think you're saving a little bit of money. Every time you try to buy discounted food, which is junk, you are discounting your health and the ability for your body to support you through a beautiful life with less suffering and less time in hospitals. So please try to start seeing food as an investment. It may cost you a little bit more money, but when you really look at what is important in your life and you prioritize it, you will find other aspects in your life that, hey, I don't need this pair of shoes. Okay, I have so many right now. I'd rather use this money today to buy some healthy oil or some healthy food or invest in the food that I'm going to feed my body. It's all possible. Everything is possible. It is smart marketing that has made people feel that, hey, buy discounted food and save your money. No, you are not saving your money. Someone else is going to be making money out of you. One, the food lobbies. Next, the pharmaceuticals. And third, healthcare. It's as simple as that. That's how the lobbies work. And that's how it is all interconnected with each other. But be smarter than that. Be smarter than that and make the right investments. Number one, healthy food. Number two, a little bit of movement every day. Number three, quality sleep. Yes, no one wants you to sleep because there's $1 trillion industry of sleeping pills and sleeping medication out there. How do they sell it if everyone started sleeping the right way? And the fourth is, of course, your emotional wellness. All of your emotional wellness. The more emotionally messed up you are, the more cravings you have for junk food. And guess what? Every time you're low, what ad do you see? Here, eat a chocolate. They'll show you an ad of someone's going through a breakup and all sad, and then there's a chocolate. So that gets into our subconscious mind, and we begin to think that chocolate can solve all your heartache problems. Well, you've just eaten it, and you'll overeat it, you'll have blood sugar problems, and it's not got you a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend. So be smart. Marketing is meant to decept you. You can use to deceive you. You can use marketing for good as well as bad, for construction as well as destruction. So be smart about that. I'll end it once more on the same note. Healthy food is an investment, and you are worth that investment. It is not a cost. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.